Hello guys, so today I'm going to talk about the perfect number program. So yeah, let's start the program. So basically perfect number is a number whose sum of its factors is same as the number itself excluding the number itself. So let us type that oh wait a second, perfect number is a number whose of its factors is same as the number itself excluding the number. Yeah, so first of all we're going to import. First you create this class using the class and the name of the class is perfect. Okay, it's not perfect, it's perfect. Now we write the main function, that is public static void main, and in which the public is the access specifier, static is the modifier, and what is the return type. I told you in the previous video where I was discussing about the palindrome number. I had written void there, which meant that it will return not any specific type of value. This main function will not return any specific type of value to the it will compute the value, but it will return that computed value as it is. It will not manipulate the value. Main is the name of the main function. So yeah, and int n is the variable which is being asked to the user to input. This is the input variable. We could have used the scanner class, but it is not required here, as you can just input this through the we are using this without the scanner class because basically we are inputting the variable. We are telling the user to input a variable without showing any message basically. But yeah, if you want to use the scanner class, we can use the scanner class. Wait a second. And for scanner class, now let's understand that first. For scanner class we have to create this function here. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner, and then system.in, which is basically the input stream, and after that we are going to print the message for the user to input the number. And here we have declared this variable int I, and we are inputting int n, so no requirement of inputting this number here, but we are going to input this number here. Int n is equal to sc dot next int. Yeah, so the user had to input the number and the number's value has been stored in the n variable. Now we have declared some variables naming I and c, and c's initial value is 0. I'm going to explain why it is 0 in the further when we are explaining the program. Then we make a for loop in which the initial value of I is 1 and I is less than n, which means, for example, if we take n as 6, then 1 is less than 6, right? And that is true, and then in the Java control enters this loop and comes here for the conditional checking. And if 1 is 1, I mean 6 modulus 1 is equal to 0, then c is equal to c plus 1. C is what? C plus I, right? C plus I, I'm sorry, C plus I. And 6 modulus 1 is always 0 because 6 is divisible by 0 and the remainder is 0. So c is equal to c plus I. That the initial value of c was 0, so c is equal to 0 plus 1. Then the loop goes here and checks that, and then there's this post increment operator which increases the value of I from 1 and it makes it 2. Then 2 is less than 6, yet yes it is true. The Java control comes inside this conditional checking variable and checks that if 2 I mean 6 modulus 2 is equal to 0. Yes, it is. So basically it makes that C is equal to 1 plus 2. C's early value was 1 because in the first condition 1 was the C's value, right? So 1 plus 2, C is equal to 3. And in this conditional value we are basically checking that which are the factors which are involved while operation of this number, which factors are involved. Basically we find the factors of 6, right? And then we the increment operator increase the value of I from 2 to 3. 2 is less than 6. Yes, 6 modulus 2, 6 modulus 3 is equal to 0 because the remainder is 0. Yeah, so C is equal to 3 plus 3, that is 6. And now we had read that perfect number is a number whose sum of its factors is same as the number itself, excluding the number itself. Excluding the number itself. So we don't have to take 6. That is why we have taken, otherwise we would have put equal to sign here, but that would be wrong because the definition of perfect numbers is excluding the number. So we have to remove this equal sign, so the numbers will only the loop will keep on running for the numbers less than 6 till 5, then it will terminate. And when it becomes after 3, there are no, for example, if we take as 4, so 6 modulus 4 is that the remainder is 2. This is false, so it will not execute. And then for 5, this is false, the remainder is 1, so it will not execute. So it is executing for 1, 2 and 3 whose total sum is what? 6, right? So 6 is a perfect number. And if C, that is C is this which we've computed in this part of the program, C is equal to n. N is what? 6, right? And if C is equal to n, I mean that 6 is equal to 6, then system dot out dot print the number is a perfect number, otherwise the number is not a perfect number. Yeah, so this is the program. You may please check the program. I'm going to give another example, class compiled no syntax error. For example, if we take as 16, 16 is not a perfect number, we already know, but I'm going to show you how it is not a perfect number using this part of the program. So 16 is the value, 16 of value is stored in n variable. For this is the first for loop, and in this the value of I is equal to 1 and 1 is less than 16. 16 modulus 1 is equal to 0. C is equal to 0 plus 1. C is equal to 1. And then it becomes 2 using this increment operator. And then n, that is 16 modulus 2 is equal to 0. That is 2. So it becomes 1 plus 2. That is 3. So let's keep on writing here. 1 plus 2. And then we come here. I becomes 3. 3 is less than 16, it is 2, it becomes here, and 16 modulus 3 is equal to 0. That is not true, so it will terminate. I will not compute the result. So when it is 4, 16 modulus 4 is equal to 0, that is true, so we put as 4. Basically we are finding the factors. So what are the factors of 16? 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16 itself, but we have to exclude 16, right? And when we make the sum of this, the sum comes out to be, oh, 1 second, yeah, the sum comes out to be 15, but it is not equal to 16, so it is not a perfect number. So basically the Java control will print this statement in case of 16 or any other non-perfect number. So yeah, this was the program. Now I'm going to show you some examples, right? Wait a second. Yeah, so I'm going to input the example. For suppose we put the example as 5, so it is not a perfect number. We put the example as 7. 1 second. Yeah, we put the example as 6. The number is a perfect number. Yeah, so we put 6 as a number, so it is a perfect number. And now I'm going to show some other numbers. If you put suppose 28, 28 is a perfect number here. Suppose you put 15, so it is not a perfect number. Yeah, so these were some examples, and Thanks for your love and support. It means a lot to me, and I'm really thankful to you guys. And keep supporting. Like the video if you found it useful, and share the video. Yeah, thanks for watching.